Now to Ebola. Journalist Benno Muchler revisits Liberia's Margibi county, returning to a village that was terribly affected during the height of the Ebola outbreak. He first went in September with the local burial team, and while since then, more than a dozen villagers have died. Survivors are devastated and complain about a lack of government help.
We first came here in September. A young woman had died of Ebola, and a local burial team readied itself to remove her body. Now, 6 months later, we're back with Marcus Spear, the head of all local burial teams in Margibi County, to see what has become of the village.
You came, this wasn't here. This wasn't here.
A fence was built to keep school children away from the infected area. Other than that, not much has changed physically.
Okay, go down.
On our previous visit 6 months ago, the burial team had to act quickly and there was no time to linger. Now, with more time, I find out that the village is called Caulfield. About 200 people live here. The name of the dead woman was Alice Collins. Her father Joseph didn't fall sick, but he says shortly after Alice's death, her husband and her 3-month-old baby died of Ebola too. When the undertakers removed Alice from this little hut, Joseph Collins shouted at them. He says it was not because he was angry or didn't want them to take Alice away. He just felt so devastated. 15 people died of Ebola in Caulfield. Kebe Mali lost 2 of her sons. She also got infected, but survived. Kebe says they haven't received any government support and can hardly get by. And when she was sick with Ebola, all her belongings were burned to prevent the virus from spreading.
They take all the things from in the house. People had to help me with la parcelle. No food, nothing, just suffering.
The people of Caulfield make ends meet by growing cassava and other crops and selling it on the local market. There are no jobs. It's not enough to send their kids to school. They say before Ebola their life was already hard. Now it's even worse. Benno Muchler for VOA News, Margibi County.
We want to know what you think about Africa 54 and the stories we cover. Join the conversation on Facebook. The address is Africa 54, and check out our headlines 24/7 on voaafrica.com.